Hey guys, hey my lovelies, hey my darlings, hey girls, welcome back to the channel. That's if you've been subscribed for a while. Welcome back to Life Like Bunny. If you've not been subscribed for a while, just welcome to the channel. I am Bunny. Today I've got another video for you guys. I've got another story time because I have got another story time for you guys because I have not done one in a while and I enjoy those. They're very, very chill. Grab whatever you're drinking. Today I am drinking water. Thank you, darling. Today I'm drinking water because I'm a sober bird. I'm waiting for food, I'm hungry, and I'm deciding not to drink before I eat or even smoke right now. So, drinking my water, grab whatever you're drinking, and let's have this story going. Today I am talking about the one time I actually jumped off a motorcycle when I was a kid. And this story, like most of my stories from my childhood, is revolving around boarding school. Before I get into it, like the video because that shit helps me out. It's really good. That's how you discovered me. Also, stream my music, Sticky Bunny Weird, everywhere on all platforms. Subscribe if you have not subscribed yet. Share the video. Do all the good things. Links down below. Now let's get into the story. Like I've said, this story is centered around my boarding school experience again. If you don't know, because this is the first time you've watched me or you have not watched those videos yet, when I was a kid, from 9 years old up to 12, 13 years old, I attended boarding school in Uganda. And if you've gone to boarding school in Uganda, you already know, like I don't even have to say much. But if you haven't, it's a hoot. Watch the videos. Honestly, watch. Like I've made like 3 or 4 videos about it now. Watch them, you get all the context. Anyway, with any social situation in boarding school at a certain age, when I had turned like, I think I was 11. Yeah, I was 11 and I had like, got my social standing now, I know how everything works. I understand the ins and outs of everything. I know what's acceptable and what's not acceptable. And the one thing kids in boarding school found to be incredibly not acceptable, like the school I went to was sort of a mix. I think it was an international school because we had a lot of foreign kids that would come to the school who are not just from Uganda. But it's not one of those posh Ugandan international schools, just to let you know. So, what was I saying? Fuck, I forgot. Yeah. One thing children found not acceptable was, first and foremost, being poor, obviously. And an indication of being poor was if you lived in a place that drowned, for example. So if kids happen to come to your house and it rained, or you were in those places where like are well known in Uganda for when it rains really heavily and it drowns, they're just going to fucking bully you for it. So you just kind of don't tell them if you happen to live there. Or if you do and you tell them, just deal with getting bullied. And other than that, the second other basically deadly sin was either your parents visiting you and them coming on a border, or you coming to school on a border, because they associated it with just brokenness, just utter brokenness. Not the fact that it's free AC, because that's the reason why I used it most of the time. Like, yes, poverty, yeah, and it's easier. But also, who is gonna go in a taxi? Have you seen Ugandan taxis? Dios, not me. I'm not gonna go into a Ugandan taxi. And also, have you seen, where's it called? These Ubers. They're all fake Ubers and I couldn't afford it at the time. So it's either taxi or border. I had to. As you can tell, I did perform one of the deadly sins, and it's gonna loop into the story of why I had to jump off a motorcycle when I was about 11 years old. One time, my dad's friend at the time, it's your dad's friend, you call them uncle. My dad sent them money and told them to take me to boarding school, and they were responsible for shopping all my shit and taking me to school because they had a car. Shuffle me to school. Is the word shuffling? Yes. Yeah, shuffle me to school. But for some reason, I couldn't meet him. Something happened and we couldn't meet each other in time, or he couldn't come and pick me up. Something happened whereby he actually went to the school and took my suitcase, took my clothes, took my snacks, took all my belongings. Literally, my belongings were already at the school before I was. If you don't know, if you attend boarding school, you have to take your belongings. You have to take certain things with you so you can survive. So anyway, those things were already at the school and I wasn't yet. And I decided I'm not going to take a taxi, like I've said, because fuck taxis. I took a border and I told this border guy where he's taking me, because I know how bully these kids are if they happen to see me on a border. I told him I am going to the school. The school is called Decorum. It's the code word for it. But just before we'd reach the school, please drop me off just like 1 minute or so beforehand. And he agreed. He's like, yes, I'll do that. So me, I'm like, oh, no problem. I'm going to avoid bullying, and then I get there swiftly. Everything is fine. Nothing wrong happened. He puts me on a border. Drink break. also stream my music. So anyway, he puts me on a border to take me to school, you know, with just me. I had no luggage, which was so nice. I'm like, oh, it's just me on the border enjoying myself, wind, air, everything on the nice road. We got up the hill, and as soon as we reached the school and going up the hill, I realized, oh, something is wrong. We're not supposed to go up the hill, because I had already like mathed out the hill is about 1 minute away. I can just walk up the hill and everything is fine. So as we go up the hill, I tell this man, take me off. I don't want to go this far. I don't want to go this far. Take me off the hill. And he ignores me. He ignores me, and I plead again. Take me off. I don't want to go too close. I don't want to go too close. I told you, because I know today's open day. There's gonna be about like hundreds of children by the gate, and there's gonna be poor me on a border. I was not ready for that. I was not ready for that. So I continued to plead with him. Take me off. Take me off. Take me off. The man refused to even acknowledge my words. So you know what? I ignored him too. You ignore me, we ignore each other. What I did, I took matters into my own hands and I jumped off the border. I swear to God, if you tell me right now how I jumped off the border, I would not remember. I don't remember how I lifted my body to jump off, but the one thing I remember is the spiraling, because we had gone quite far on the hill. So when I fell like on the tarmac road, oh fuck me, I just tumbled like weed. Tumbled like tumbleweed. And I got up afterwards, dusted myself off. He was freaking out, by the way, guys. He came to me like freaking the fuck out. He thought I was dead or some shit. But then he saw me get up and he was like stunned. And in my head, I was just like, I told you not to take me far. And I just walked off and just went to the school. And so probably that guy was so scared. He thought I killed some child. No, this child is a bit wireless. Yeah, basically. That's the story of how I jumped off a motorbike at 11 years old, because I knew social crucifixion. I knew. Yeah, so up to this day, I don't regret that decision. I'm still really, really bloody glad I did it, because I would have been border girl. I would have been known as border girl, because they call people fatty. We had a boy named Fat, and I didn't even know his real name. I called him Fat because I thought that was his name. So me, I didn't want to be border girl. Fear, what I know. But anyway, so that worked out, and I have scars to show. Like, not this scars. Ooh, there's a different story time for that scar. But if you look on my Instagram, you see some of the pictures. Like, I've got a little bit of scars, little tiny black spots. It's because where the rocks, like on the road, there was little tiny rocks that they legit dug in my skin, like. And I had to like flick them out, like. It was funny. I didn't cry. That's the one thing, like I never cried about it. All the I had like grazes on like here and there. I didn't cry. I was just glad nobody saw me on the border. Children, social bullshit will have you die because you're worried of being made fun of. Right now, I don't give a shit. And Mrs. Embarrass yourself on a daily for no reason. Anyway, guys, I think that's it. Tell me down below in the comment section if you've done anything as silly as when you were a kid that you completely regret that was literally not worth it. Tell me down below, because I'd love to relate and we can kiki and laugh about it together. Also, stream my music, Sticky Bunny Weird, on all platforms. Like the video if you have not yet. That shit helps me out. Share it to anyone who you know went to boarding school. And if you went boarding school to Uganda, how was that for you? If you went boarding school in the UK, how's that for you? If you went to boarding school anywhere else, how's that for you? I'd love to know and compare. That is interesting, isn't it? So guys, comment down any other videos you'd like to see. I would consider making them if it's not too lethargic. That's it for today. Instagram is Empress or Sticky Bunny Weird. Follow that shit. Also TikTok. That's the video today. I just wanted to let you, like, little story, guys. Bye bye. Eat pussy, suck dick, and everything in between. Boarding school in Uganda wasn't a joke. It really wasn't, because I would have been border girl and all that stuff. Even now, people legit make fun of you for being on a border. One time, me and my husband, we were on a border and it rained, and some lady was literally laughing, saying like, oh, she's with a white man, now you can't afford a car. Fix yourself. That's what I'll say. Fix yourself. No bad. No, it's bad. No, it's bad. I feel bad for poor Shami. I wish somebody told her, it's okay. You'll get over being called border girl. It's not worth the pain.